back, Rivals. This is Xonia, and you are in the zone. This week we've got a new kind of news video for you, and this week I want to talk about the new daily box. This is a new thing that has just been released by Urban Rivals. It's a new update to the game. It's been meant to replace two of the main things, which are the daily login bonuses and the duel mode with Kate. Both of those have now been removed and has been replaced by this daily box. And so I just want to talk a little bit about this daily box. Maybe you are not really sure what it's about and you're still playing the game. Maybe it's been a few days and you haven't tried it out yet. They just released it about 3-4 days ago. Maybe you left the game and you're looking at some videos, or you're looking at the game and saying, should I try and get into this game? How friendly is it for new players? Well, let's talk a bit about this daily box. What is the daily box? Well, you can open a daily box once every 24 hours. And this daily box requires you to win 10 rounds. This is not matches, this is just rounds, which is much more friendly for newer players. You no longer have to win the entire match, just 10 rounds. That could take as few as 3 matches if you win a total of 10 rounds. Maybe you win all 4 in the first 2 and 2 in the second one. Or it could take, well, assuming you're horrible and you lose every single round, then that's a real issue, but you could just put all your pills on one of your characters each match and guarantee that you'd be able to finish in at least 10 games, which is the same amount that is the minimum you would have had to play against Kate anyway. So overall, this means it is much easier. Now, one of the pluses to this is it is easier for newer players. One of the downsides is that it means that people might spend a little less time in the game, because there's not as much needed for the people that just want to log in and make sure that they're doing the minimum amount to gain a little bit and make sure they don't fall behind everyone else who's playing the game every day. So we might see more people playing, but we might see them playing less time. We'll see. Anyhow, one other thing about this daily box is that you must now play against players. You no longer play against the AI with Kate. There are a myriad of issues with this and things that people argue about. For example, with Kate, Kate plays much faster because she can process thousands of things within 1 second, and so you always know that she's going to play very quickly against you, so you can get a bunch of matches in real fast with her. She's also very good with missions. She doesn't leave early. All of these are really big issues that are really good for Kate and really make Kate seem very appealing. Whereas with players, this is a multiplayer game. You know, you should be playing against other people, and that's one thing that the admins really wanted to try and emphasize. And so this is going to have people playing more in tourney, which means that maybe tourney prizes will also go up in addition. Or more people will be playing in Survivor, because you can unlock these 10, I've heard, in any single one of these modes. I'm not sure if that's entirely true. I don't know if you can do it in training, but anyway, you just need to win 10 rounds, and that's really appealing. That looks really nice. In addition, what you're going to end up with this means that after these 10 rounds, you're going to get a prize, and this prize, I was worried, was not going to be as good as the daily bonus plus what you would get from completing the card for Kate with 10 wins. If you won 10 rounds against Kate, she would always give you a common card for the day. It wouldn't include any of the new blood cards, but anything older than that would be fine, and if we look at all of the commons on the market right in the middle, there was a good chance that about 50% of the time you'd get a card worth less than about 670 clints. We'll say just for fun, so let's say 700 clints, because that's about where we are right here. So about half the time you get a card worth 700 clints or less, and half the time you get a card worth 700 clints or more. And that total, like the highest value card you could probably get, was probably somewhere around 5K. So you're looking at that every single day. In addition, logging in would also get you perhaps another 500 clints, so you're looking at about 1200 clints total. Or perhaps you would be able to get BP or XP, maybe credits, or an uncommon card. But a lot of people started reporting that recently the uncommon cards were extremely rare. I think in all the time they did that, I only got like 2 or 3 uncommon cards. Some of my friends got way more though. Some of my guildmates got way more. And I didn't see a whole lot of credits towards the end. When it first started out, I got a lot more really good stuff, but toward the end, it was pretty much just BP and XP that I was getting. So overall, we're looking at about 1200 clints. So what does this daily box contain? That's the real value thing. Is there just as much value in this daily box as before? And the answer is yes. This daily box has already been shown to contain both commons of all star values, uncommons, and potentially rares. Some people have even said that they've gotten 2 cards in their daily box, and some people have gotten 2 rares in their daily box as well. And we're not just talking about cheapo rares. One of my guildmates said he got a Pericles. I saw another person say that their 2 cards were both rare. They got a Raven and a Ray, which are both extremely good cards. So what this has done is now allowed newer players in order to get a hold of much better cards. So if we look at the market on average, and again, we jump about halfway, so there's 130. We're going to just go to 61 because there are a lot of CRs. Obviously, you cannot pull a CR from this. As of yet, I have not seen anyone say they've gotten a New Blood card. However, I have seen people say that they've gotten RBs. I did read someone say they got Baby Q RB. I'm pretty sure you cannot get the old RB cards as well out of these. But if we look right about in the middle, you're looking at about 2,800, maybe 3,000 Clints. 2,900. Okay, let's go 2,900. This is significantly more than the 1,200 that was promised before, and it's for even less work. And so what this means is now the new players come into this game and they go, there are about 1,500 cards in UR. That's a lot of cards. It's kind of demotivating to think, you know, there's no way I will ever be able to get all of these cards. And now they can. Because every day you're guaranteed a card, and you will always get a card from this. And on top of that, you can also get a lot of Clints. I've seen people pulling just the same amount, even more than before. You can get tokens, which are great for being able to spin the wheel, though soon we'll lose the single spins, and it'll only be 100 spins on the wheel. Still, you can get tokens from it. I'm not sure what colors, though. You can still get credits. You can still get a lot of XP and BP. Overall, basically, everyone has been very pleased with this new daily box, and it's for even less than before. So this is going to open up the game. Now, what does this mean for us practically? It means that there are going to be more cards in the game. And what does that mean? When supply goes up, it means that prices go down. What it also means is demand. Now, this is the thing that we want to know, because in the supply-demand, this is what has been happening in UR. Supply has gone down because rich players are buying more of the cards that are in demand, which then pushes demand up. And when supply goes down and demand goes up, prices go up a lot, and that's where the inflation comes in. We have not had enough cards on the market to meet the demand. So, with all of these new cards coming in, we're going to start slowly seeing card prices go down again. So this means that people who buy packs are going to be getting less money from their packs, but it also means it's going to be a lot easier to buy the cards that you want. So overall, even though the amount you get in packs will go down, you're still going to be able to buy those new cards just the same as before, because all of those prices are going to go down. Now, the one exception to this may be CRs. My expectation here is that all of that money that is in the market right now, people who have put all that money in, they're going to start devaluing. And so a lot of the players that were rich and had all of these cards are going to start seeing their price value go down. However, I don't think the CR prices are going to go down as well, because the money is still there. People are still rich. I think the CR prices are going to hold. And so what that means is we will now have less money from packs, less money from these cards, but all of the cards in circulation are going to be much easier to get a hold of, which is great. It also means that CR cards are now going to start becoming even more valuable and even more desirable from the new players. And while it may be sad that new players can't get CRs, CRs have always been difficult for players to get, and that has been a constant throughout all of UR for the most part. And so there's really no reason to be upset or to complain about that, in my opinion. So we're going to see all of these people. My recommendation right now would be to start selling your cards while the prices are still relatively high, because I think all of the prices of the available cards are going to start going down. And that is good news for the new players. Now, I said, let's talk about the demand. Supply is going to go up. What is going to happen to the demand? That is something I'm very curious about, because the demand should go down because the supply has gone up. People are going to go, well, I might get it in my next daily box, so I don't need it as much as I did before. However, people may also say, oh, the demand is going up because now I feel like I should be able to buy any card that I want. And so the demand may go up, and that may mean that the prices will not fall quite as much. Anyway, overall, this looks like a really excellent addition to UR. I'm very much looking forward to it. Leave me a comment down below with what you think about this daily box. If you thought this video was helpful, make sure to hit that like button down below. And if you really liked it and you think it's helpful for others, make sure to share it with them. And as always, don't forget to subscribe for more of my Urban Rivals videos. This has been Xonia's news segment, and you've been in the zone.